Now, it's no secret that a way to a man's heart is through his stomach, and that's no exception for a Haitian man. So if you would like to know how to make this delicious Haitian cuisine, stay tuned. So let's start with our vegetables. We'll need 1 cabbage, about 2 or 3 chayotes, and 1 large eggplant. Some peppers. I'm using the Jamaican hot peppers. Some people use scotch bonnet peppers. Onion. Some carrots. Some frozen green beans and frozen spinach. You can definitely use fresh green beans and fresh spinach in yours. I use chopped garlic in a jar. You can definitely use fresh garlic. So in this video, I'm making white bean sauce or sauce blanc, so I'm using these specific beans. You can also make bean sauce with other types of beans. If you would like other bean sauce recipes, just leave me a comment. Now into our spices, I use black pepper, salt, and adobo. So this is my Haitian seasoning or epis. I put this in every dish that I make, and it makes a huge difference. If you want a full video on how I make this, leave me a comment below. Last but not least, we can't figure our meat of the dish. I use turkey neck. Some people use beef or chicken in theirs. It can also be a vegetarian dish, so meat is optional. Now let's begin. So I'm going to start by filling my pot with water. This is for the bean sauce. So I'm pouring about half of the beans into the pot. I'm only making for a small amount of people, so I'm not using the whole bag. You can use the whole bag of beans if you want. Then I'm gonna let them soak for about 30 minutes. Sometimes I'll let them soak overnight, but today I was feeling a little lazy, so I only soaked them for about 30 minutes or so. And right now I'm adding some garlic into the beans. Let's go ahead and add some chopped onions. I also added some salt and pepper. Now when I add all these vegetables into the pot, it helps the beans get infused with all these good flavors. I'm gonna let my beans boil in the water for about an hour and a half to an hour and 45 minutes, or until the beans are nice and soft. So whenever the water starts to boil, I add about half a cup of water to the pot. And this is because when the beans are boiling, the water evaporates, so you lose some of the liquid. And we want to have a lot of liquid for our sauce. So now it's time to start with our vegetable stew or our legume. This is a meat that I season and clean. Remember, if you want a video, just let me know in the comments below. We're gonna take our meat and put it into our pot, and then we're gonna add about half a cup to a cup of water into the pot and add our peppers and some thyme to give the meat a nice flavor. Some people use oil instead of water to cook their meat. This is just my version, and I usually let the meat cook in the water for about 20 minutes on low heat. You're not really cooking the meat, it's more like you're making it sweat. So you make the meat sweat for about 20 minutes before you can add your veggies. Our meat has been cooking for about 20 minutes or so, so now it's time to brown it with our tomato paste. And I used about 1 tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. And right now I'm really breaking up the tomato paste into the broth, you can say, to really stick on and add some color to our meat. Once that's done, then it will be time to add your veggies. I like to start with my hard veggies and fill the bottom up with all the hard veggies all the way to the softest veggies on top. So I start with my chayotes on the bottom, and then I add my eggplants, and then I add my cabbage. I ran out of room for my cabbage, so I'm only adding about half of the cabbage into the pot now. Next, I'm gonna cover it up with some aluminum foil and let it steam or sweat for about 20 minutes or so. And then once the vegetables have gone down, I'm gonna go back and add the rest of the cabbage. Altogether, you wanna steam the vegetables for about 30 to 40 minutes or until they're nice and soft. While the veggies are cooking, let's go back into our bean sauce or sauce vle. So it's been about almost 2 hours and they're nice and soft. Now we're gonna take our beans with some of the liquid and put it into our blender. Sauce, I prefer to have some chunks of beans in there, so I left some beans behind. Now I'm going to add some oil to the pot and kind of fry up the beans a little bit on low heat. Let the beans fry up for about 5 minutes on low heat. Then I'm going to go ahead and add my epis or my Haitian seasoning into the pot with the beans and mix that all up and let it fry along with the beans. Once the beans have fried, you're going to pour the pureed bean sauce into the strainer, and I'm mixing it so I can get the liquid out and leave behind that gritty bean skin. I added a hot pepper into the bean sauce, and I'm also adding some butter for a nice buttery taste into the bean sauce, and thyme, and I also added some salt and pepper and some adobo for some flavor. You can add that based on how much flavor you want in your bean sauce, but I love flavor, so I added a little bit more adobo. Once you added your desired amount of seasoning, you're gonna let it cook on the stove on low heat for about 30 minutes until it thickens up. Let's go back to our veggies. So they are nice and soft and tender now. I'm gonna take them all out of the pot. Try not to leave any vegetables in the pot. I'm just double checking that they're nice and soft, which they are. It's perfect. Switch veggies now and add all the frozen vegetables into the pot along with our carrots. Some people add their carrots when they add their cabbage, but I prefer to add them later on because I don't like when they're too mushy. This is my favorite part of the whole recipe. I'm using the bottom of a cup, and you're gonna mush all the vegetables. You want to keep mushing until it's about this consistency. Then once you're done, you're going to take your mushed up veggies and add them back into the pot with our other vegetables and meat. Take some more of my tomato paste, and to get that nice orange reddish color, I'm gonna add about 2 to 3 or 4 tablespoons of tomato paste. Now it all depends on the color that you want for your vegetable stew. I like it when it has that tomato flavor and also the color, so I added a little bit more tomato paste just to give it that nice reddish color. And right now I'm blending it in with the stew. Another hot pepper into my stew because I love spiciness, and I'm gonna let it sit on the stove on low heat for 30 minutes. And here is the final results. So as you can see, it took a nice color. The vegetables look nice and blended in, and they're cooked and ready to be eaten. So there you have it, your Haitian meal that will keep your Haitian man or any man satisfied. Bon appetit. Bye.